Hello everyone, this is Ramyasri from CSE-B studying first BTech first semester in Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram. This video was presented under the guidance of Dr. M. Prasad, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Bhimavaram. My program is to find the given string is a pangram or not and to print the missing letters of the pangram. First of all, let us know what is pangram. A pangram is a sentence that uses every letter of the alphabet at least once. Here is an example for you. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Let us look into the code first. First include the header file stdio.h. Later define alphabet size to 26, as we all know that in English language we have 26 alphabets. Later define an user defined function, that is here in this program I defined it as check pangram. Later initialize index, declare an index variable to hold the index of the current letter in the alphabet and initialize alphabet size to 0. We use a for loop to iterate through each character in the input string until we reach the null terminator, which marks the end of the string. Later check the given letter is lowercase or not. If the current character is a lowercase letter, we calculate its index in the alphabet by subtracting a from it. We set the corresponding element in the alphabet to array to 1, indicating that this letter is present in the input string. If it is not a lowercase letter, otherwise if it is an uppercase letter, we calculate its index in the alphabet by subtracting capital A from it. We set the corresponding element in the alphabet array to 1, indicating that this letter is present in the input string. Later initialize an variable that is missing count and declare it to 0. Printf missing letters to indicate that we are going to print the missing letters. Later we use a for loop to iterate through each element in the alphabet array. If an element is 0, it means the corresponding letter is missing. We print the missing letters by adding the index I to A and increment the missing count. Print the result. If the missing count is 0, it means no letters are missing, so we print none. This string is a pangram. Otherwise, we just print a new line character for the format. Later, we define the main function. In this, we declare a character array of string of size 1000 to store the input string. We prompt the user to enter a string using printf. Using printf, we read the input string using fgets, which reads a line of text from the standard input and stores it in the str. We call the check pangram function with the input string to check if it is a pangram and print the missing letters. Let us run the program and check the output. Now I am going to enter a string. Here I got the missing letters are none. This indicates that the given string is a pangram. Let us check with other example. Once again run the program and I am giving another string. So here on the console I got the missing letters as B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, O, P, Q, T, U, V, W, X, Z. So this is my program pangram. Hope you all understood this. Thank you.
Arrays 101 and then int count. Here this I'm using this variable to count the number of items, and here is the first index for the first occurrence index of the item to count the first occurrence index in the item. Now here we're using a queue sort, which takes the data from the input and sort them in an ascending order and count, and were all done by this word queue sort. This was included in standard library function. And now this is the function, and here are the parameters we used: constant void pointer a and a constant void pointer b, and this is the formula to store the pointers, to store pointers in the to store address in the pointers. And here I used if else condition, item b and their count is not equal to item a and count. Then I have given this return statement to return the value if the counts are equal, and this statement would be written. If counts are not equal, this will be returned. And this is the function I used to simplify my function, to simplify my program. Here are the string characters up to string character input is up to the I have already declared here. Now reading the input from the user, here I used if statement. If anything error was entered or anything wrong entered by the user, this will be printed error reading input. And removing trailing new line character, all the inputs should be printed in single line as per the data given in the question. Here if statement checks the condition string length input equal to 0. No items are provided. If no items are given by user, this will be printed. And here is the array to store pointers into individual items, and total number of items were stored in this too. Here is splitting the input string into two items using a delimiter. Using a delimiter token to understand my program easier. Store the pointer to the item and get the next token. Here all the comments explain about the program clearly. Here allocated memory for the array of unique items. This would be the malloc. Here use malloc to save the space. If successfully allocated the data in malloc, I would print this for the clarification of user. And here count of unique items. This would be the count of unique items entered by the user, and if the items are repeated, the count will be stored in another variable. In the process of each item will be input. Here the loop runs for all the characters entered in the output. If the here the loop condition checks is the item is repeated or not. If the item is not found, it will add into the unique list, or else it will include into the count. And here again I used if statement and copy the string. Here the unique count, which counts the items which were not repeated, which were the single items, and it stores the first occurrence in the index and sort the unique items by the count in the descending order, first ascending order as per the data given in the question. The most repeated character and the first that would be the first character. If any two characters are repeated, then the first character would be printed within the items with the highest frequency and earliest occurrence. Printf, here I am giving the item frequency 0 dot item. Here would be the formula for this printf statement. Now this will be print. Now free the allocated memory using malloc. I used free item frequent. I cleared the function and I given return 0. Now let me run this program. Now I'm having a trouble in the previous compiler, so I'm changing the compiler. I haven't changed the program. This is the same program. Now let me run this program. I'm giving an output. Here my first object is laptop. Next I'm giving juice. Next books. Here I'm repeating books again, as the first repeated object is a books, so the books should be printed. Now I'm giving laptop. This would be the second repeated object. Even both the objects are in the same equal quantity. Book should be print first. Again I'm giving another object, clothes, and now I'm pressing enter. See, here laptop was the first entered object. Wow.